Frank, he's my guy.
We watch Frank every night.
Keep the umbrellas handy.
Frank's my guy.
Really distinct rainbow tonight.
We always watch Frank.
He's our guy.
Frank Billingsley, only on KPRC Channel 2.
She's joining us live for the latest now. Sion?
And those attorneys say they are now seeking justice at a federal level because they say it's been denied at a local level.
They don't want this out. They know videos don't lie.
Reuben Williams' attorneys and his family say this video is a damning piece of evidence that wasn't meant to be seen.
HPD never intended for this video to come out. They've taken steps to cover themselves up.
In November 2014, Williams was arrested on a DUI charge and booked at the city jail at 61 Reasoner. The HPD officer escorting him to a cell identified only as S. Corral.
The officer takes Reuben's head and bashes it into a steel door jamb. He then puts him up against the wall and applies some ninja army hold on his neck, and he passes out.
Williams is seen writhing on the ground as more officers arrive, his blood smearing the floor. Corral told investigators his actions were a reaction to Williams spitting on him, but Williams says the officer is lying.
He has no evidence of this saliva. There's DNA in saliva. All you got to do is take a swab of it. Boom, there it is. Here's the DNA. You're guilty. But he didn't do that. Why didn't he do that? Because that never happened.
Williams is back in jail after missing a court hearing on his DUI case, but his father spoke on his behalf.
At the very least, some light is shown on HPD. This type of thing is probably still happening. It's just not coming to the light. Maybe he did something wrong, but he didn't deserve this.
Officer Corral is still on the job. HPD says he received counseling and additional training after that incident in 2014. The city says they've not yet been served with a lawsuit and that they do not comment on pending litigation. Reporting live, Sion Rhodes, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Lawsuit. Video shows man writhe on floor in blood after cop slams head into door. A lawsuit has now been filed after video released earlier this year showed a Texas man arrested for a DUI charge being shoved into a steel door at the Houston City Jail. According to the lawsuit, Reuben Williams was booked in November 2014 prior to being led to a holding cell by Officer S. Corral, when the cop slammed his head into the cell door. The impact caused a gash that began bleeding profusely. Surveillance video from inside the jail shows Corral then shove Williams against the wall of the cell and apply a neck hold from behind until Williams collapses onto the floor, jerking wildly. He is then seen writhing on the floor in his own blood, smearing it with his face. During the entire episode, Williams was defenseless with his hands cuffed behind his back. The video shows someone eventually come to the cell in order to render medical treatment to Williams. The injury required stitches and left him with a permanent scare above his right eye. Corral reportedly maintained that he was merely reacting to Williams spitting on him. The surveillance video from inside the jail shows no evidence of that, however, and Williams' attorney is now calling for body camera footage to be released. In addition, the attorney, Randall Callinan, demanded that Corral receive disciplinary action at a press conference addressing the lawsuit last week. In August, a Harris County grand jury failed to charge the officer following a police investigation. Although the video is disturbing, the ultimate question for the grand jury was whether, after looking at all the evidence, the officer's conduct rose to the level of a crime, Harris County District Attorney's Office spokespeople said at the time. A diverse grand jury apparently concluded it did not. It should be noted that we reserve the right to represent a case to a grand jury if new evidence comes to light that would change the outcome of the proceeding. The lawsuit asserts that lack of charges are commonplace for police in Houston, alleges 4th and 14th Amendment violations, assault and battery, and maintains Williams sustained great physical pain and discomfort and at least anxiety, unconsciousness, dizziness, fear, anxiety, memory loss and depression as a result of the incident. There have been 250 shootings in a row by HPD, and there is no evidence of one single disciplinary action taken. or one single time that there has been an indictment by a grand jury, Callanan said. Now, the current mayor got the support of HPD in his election very early. The mayor needs to show people these body cam videos. They need to release videos, and they need to discipline their officers. Williams, who reportedly remains in jail for charges related to the incident, is seeking an undisclosed amount of monetary damages for excessive force, mental anguish, and attorney's fees as part of the lawsuit. Local news coverage containing raw footage,